run in Kentucky.
After 11 races that have crisscrossed America, the slimmest of margins separate two riders for the AMA 250 Motocross Championship. No such trouble here in the altitude this time. Christophe Pourcel dominates Colorado. Kawasaki's Christophe Pourcel has a world championship pedigree, but has come up short before in his quest for the American 250 title. After a consistent season and 2 overall victories, he comes to Pala holding a 7-point advantage in the championship. And Trey Canard is going to win both motos at Steel City. At the midway point of the 2010 campaign, Honda's Trey Canard was over 50 points off the championship lead. But after 5 overall wins in the last 6 races, he is on the cusp of completing one of the most remarkable comebacks in AMA history. 2 riders, 1 championship. The gate drops next, right here on television's fastest network. Just outside of San Diego, California, it's the grand finale to the 2010 Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship in the 250 class. The brand new Pala Raceway in Pala, California, your host site for a championship showdown in the small bores. And the championship completely shaken up in Moto 1. Earlier today, let's show you the highlights. The 377 of Christophe Pourcel. He's your points leader. Trey Canard gets bumped and banged around in the 38. Early advantage to Pourcel. Dean Wilson would jet out to the early lead, but Canard would quickly get around Pourcel, then watch Pourcel in the 377 get Canard back. That was a battle for 4th. Major championship implications there. But Canard was stubborn. He would come back on Pourcel, and in a move that could potentially define the season, he makes the pass and then goes down. Disaster for Canard, and Pourcel suddenly was thrust back into the points lead. Meanwhile, Wilson on the 108, running away up front with his teammate Tyla Rattray on the 28 in second. Huge crash for the 21 of Blake Wharton. Wharton was hurt. He would get off the track under his own power. But Pourcel in 3rd, controlling his own destiny until this. All by himself, he crashes on a double jump. And your series points leader is down and out of this moto. And then watch, Pourcel on the side of the track, just able to get up, and here comes Canard by him. He looks over his shoulder and realizes he is going to take the points lead because Pourcel won't finish this race. Wilson uncontested to the moto win, but behind him, a massive shakeup. Here's the difference as you look at your event points from Moto number 1. 25 big ones for Wilson with the win. But Canard, after the crash, getting up to 4th. He scores 18 points. Pourcel scores 0. Canard has a 11-point lead as we head into the final moto of the season. Let's send it down to Aaron Bates for the Progressive pre-race report.
A very disappointing day for the Pro Circuit Kawasaki team as they watch the championship slip away 2 years in a row. I'm here with Pro Circuit Kawasaki team manager Mitch Payton. Mitch, you saw Christophe be taken into the Asterix medic unit. How is he? What's the prognosis?
He dislocated his shoulder in the back there, and they couldn't get it in out there, so they brought him in the unit, and they got it popped back in, but Dr. Ryman said there's probably some damage to it, so he won't be riding the second moto. And you know, I'm really disappointed for him. I know he really wanted this bad, especially after last year. And then, you know, it looked like everything was going to work out here. And, you know, bummed for him and, you know, sad for everybody. You know, Monster Energy, Pro Circuit, Kawasaki, everybody's put in a lot of work, and the whole team. And to have it slip at the last race is kind of a bummer.
Very disappointing. Best of luck to you guys, though, in this moto. We got the gate to drop one last time. Back to you guys.
All right, check it out, folks. Championship completely shaken up. Jason Waget, Jeff Emig back here. Speeds live coverage now of the 250 class. unbelievable. Now Trey Canard just has to complete the task in this moto, and he's going to be champ. Crazy.
Yeah, and I talked earlier about the momentum of the championship, and it really was going all Trey Canard's way. And then once again, this track, you know, reached up and got somebody, and it got our current points leader, or the previous points leader, Christophe Pourcel, and just got the best of him. And he had been so strong and so consistent all along, you know, and that was just devastating for him personally. Mitch Payton, Pro Circuit, the whole team. I mean, they've worked so hard for this, and 2 years in a way, like Mitch said, to have the championship slip away in the final round is really disappointing.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, Jeff, you had come out here and ridden and said, especially for the 250s, this track would be very unforgiving, and that's really how it turned out in the first race today.
Yeah, and you know, as we've seen today, is this silty, soft soil that they have, how it just pulls, you know, the power out of these engines, and it's just really hard on the clutches and everything that has to do with the motorcycle. But overall, tough track, but still one more moto left in the championship.
So for the second straight year, the championship ends in heartbreak for Christophe Pourcel. He will not race the final moto of the season with a separated shoulder. Unbelievable turn of events.
At TireRack.com.
Yeah, there's San Diego, not too far from here. The Bay, just next to the beautiful downtown. Best weather in the country, they say, here in San Diego. And it has been a beautiful weekend at Pala Raceway. Just up 15. Riders are on the starting line, and Trey Canard essentially has the championship clinched since Pourcel is not going to race this second moto. But as you say, Jeff, that was not just a one moto crash. That was momentum building for Canard. What's he got to do now on Rocky Mountain Keys to the race?
Well, Canard needs to enjoy this moment, but he needs to stay focused, stay healthy, grab the whole shot, possibly go win. Of course, for Dean Wilson, finish with an overall win to round out a spectacular rookie season. And for Rattray, he's won 2 overalls this year, 2-2 both times to win the overall. But if he wins, could win this moto and the overall, would be a spectacular day. So,
take us for a lap, Jeff.
Yeah, start's going to be key. Last race of the year, just go ahead and get to start and get out there. A couple of rhythm sections. Track's going to be extremely rough and rutted. No deeper than right there in that turn, up and down these soft, silty, rough hills. Going to be difficult. A little step up, step down into a huge double jump. Around these S-turns, really deep, difficult ruts. Of course, the rollers, some more S-turns on into the finish.
Well, here's what Trey Canard has essentially pulled off. This will be the 3rd largest comeback in the history of AMA motocross racing. Steve Lamson once came back from 61 points. Canard's going to come back 57, and the largest comeback ever, our own Jeff Emig in 1992, back by 62 points.
Yeah, but Lamson and myself, that was after 3 races. Canard has done this after 5 races were complete, so almost a shorter time for the comeback. Just got a little bit of help along the way like you need. Yeah. And you get the momentum swinging your way, and the biggest thing is you just don't give up. You keep plugging away all the way, and I got a feeling that here in just a little bit, we are now going to crown the new 250 motocross champion. 1 to go.
Folks, the last 250 moto of the year is underway. Dean Wilson controlling it into turn 1. Let's see if he can hold it past the stripe. He does.
Canard into second.
Rattray in third. That's Les Smith, I think, on the 87. Honda in 4th.
One of the Yamaha guys could be Davalos on the outside with a top 5. Cole Seeley setting right around 6. So that sets it up here for the start of Moto 2.
Well, we knew that Dean Wilson had to come out, control his destiny, try to win this moto, and grab the overall. With all the championship implications, you almost tend to forget that there's still an overall win for the day on the line as well.
Well, Canard really searching for an outside smooth line right there. Look at the holes as they're trying to accelerate on this straightaway. And remember, this whole section from the start all the way up to about right here is really, it looks flat, but it's all on an incline. It's on the side of this mountain, so it's all uphill. Bikes are really struggling. Now, as you head up into the uphill and downhill section, you see how the bikes are just so much loose soil being kicked up. This is real soft, silty dirt. You can see on the downhills are rough, the uphills are deep. Look how the lines are just swirling around everywhere. Really tough for these 250Fs. Now, after the final downhill, everything towards the finish line, back onto the start straight, is really all downhill, even though it looks flat.
Yeah, they're up and down on this track. They're about to head back up. And they step up here, tabletop, and this is a big jump coming up next, Jeff.
I'm telling you, yeah, this is this step up, and watch as they try to come up just a little short, get on the brakes, but look how much water they put down before this final moto here to keep the dust down. It's been really difficult in that way, and then this massive double jump here on these 250s, they'll hit wide open. Okay, so Dean Wilson controlling his destiny here today, and Trey Canard, you got a feeling he just wants to go out and win this moto, put his stamp on this championship.
Well, I remember you all the way back there, I don't want to say how many years, but do the math, 2010, 1992, when you pulled off your comeback. You said that you really got to come in focused on winning the final moto of the year, even if you don't need it for points. That's what Trey Canard was focused on doing today, winning the motos.
Well, my situation 92 was quite a bit different. I had to win both motos to guarantee the overall. Trey Canard had to win both motos, and it still might not have been enough. Yeah. He got a little help with the Pro Circuit rider, Christophe Pourcel, making the mistake, going down, hurting his shoulder. But you definitely would like to, if he's going to be crowned the champion here at the end of 27 minutes plus 2 laps, it sure would be a nice way to go out with a moto win, you know?
He's in a great position to do it. He is second behind Wilson. Wilson has been so brilliant this year, especially on these rougher, sandier tracks.
And remember, for Trey Canard, it's his final race on a 250. 250 Supercross, 250 Motocross, doesn't matter. This is it. He's bumping up to the premier class, the 450 for next year, and it's going to be you know, one of those situations where you just want to go out on top.
Check out the progressive whole shot replay here.
40 riders here battling all the way to the first turn. And watch Wilson cut over. He's the 108 on the green Kawasaki. Pinches everyone off. Canard tries to slip by the inside, and I think that was the 310 on the outside, getting that nice gate there. Pretty good start there.
Yeah, that was Shane Durham, who had his first ever pro race just last week at his home track in Steel City, decided to make the trip out to California. Wasn't planning on racing this race, but he did so well last week. He said, all right, I'll drive cross country, and nearly grabbed a start. Shane is in 6th place right now. Here it is. Wilson, Canard, Rattray, Davalos in 4th.
Wow, look at that section of the track where you can easily jump off the side of the track.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's been done today. But where they water, so it's powdery and silty, and then they throw some water down, and the soil, the consistency is really difficult for the riders. And you can see now that it's later on in the day, some of the shadows now are starting to form in some of those deep ruts. So always challenging when you're the last moto of the day. And some of these big doubles like this one that the riders just negotiated is straight into the sun.
We got a race in our hands. Look at how close the top 3 is. We got a lot of racing left too. 25 minutes and 2 laps. Wilson, Canard, Rattray. I have a feeling this race is just getting started. Stay with us here live on Speed.
September 23rd. Experience.
Wednesday night, Speed Primetime hits the gas. At 8, Jason Britton and his stunt team two-wheel their way through New Orleans on an all-new Stealth Rider. And at 10, catch NASCAR Sprint Cup champ Matt Kenseth on an all-new Intersections Wednesday night beginning at 8 Eastern, only on Speed. The Midway set up here at Pala. How cool is this? Get bored with motocross racing if that's possible. Well, we got some other things for you to enjoy. But the racing's pretty darn good too as we welcome you back to Pala. Tyla Rattray in 3rd, leaning on Trey Canard, who is in 2nd, and they're not too far back from Dean Wilson, who's in the lead.
Yeah, look at how Trey Canard trying to just broadslide the bike around there as he's into this Pro Circuit sandwich, if you will, here, and holding his own, just trying to finish off this championship while the rider behind him there, Tyla Rattray, you see the overall podium's 4 in the last 5. He wants to go after that win. And so Canard, it's just mainly about executing this race, keeping the bike on 2 wheels. You're going to be the new champion. But for Rattray, he's laying it down here, not going to give the factory connection rider, you know, any advantage here. He's pressuring him all the way.
Well, yeah, you can forget about teammates helping someone for a championship. Pourcel is out, crashed in Moto 1, dislocated his shoulder. So the championship is essentially Trey Canard. So these riders are free to just race their own race and try to end the year with a victory. And Dean Wilson doing the job right now.
Certainly getting it done here. He has been so fast here. And talked to some different people that were out here on different practice days. Track is a little bit different. They said Dean Wilson and Tyla Rattray really have got this track wired, and they have proved it here today.
Canard is still right there. So we got some more highlights, I think, on our way with this great battle. And we've had great moments all year long. We're going to run through 10 of the best. Here's part 1. Checking out your Geico top 10 moments of the year. We have to start here. Eli Tomac, in the shocker of shockers, wins his very first pro race ever. Series opener at Hangtown. Look at this kid. I think he was as surprised as anyone. It's a great season for Tomac, but he was not able to get back into victory lane. It was another rookie that would soon establish himself. Dean Wilson in the 108 had the race in hand at Freestone. He thought his teammate Tyla Rattray was a lapped rider. He wasn't. And then as Rattray rolled past the finish, Broc Tickle went by. Dean Wilson had thrown away an overall win. That hurt. But what a way to bounce back just a few weeks later at Budds Creek. Here's Wilson passing Will Hahn for the lead in Moto 2. That will be enough to give him the overall, avenging that heartbreaker in Texas. It was all about rookies winning early this year. But finally, the established star, Christophe Pourcel, established himself in a big way by passing Trey Canard for the win at Thunder Valley. Who knew that would actually launch a bit of a rivalry between those two? Pourcel wins. He's got a nice big points lead after this. It sure looked like he was unstoppable in the race for the championship. But then we went to Redbud. Trey Canard caught fire, and he caught Dean Wilson and made this big pass to take the lead and the victory. And from this moment on, Trey Canard would become unstoppable. And that set the course for Trey Canard, winning 5 of 6 overalls, getting in contention for the points lead. He just turned in the fastest lap of this race on the previous lap, but then a mistake. And Tyla Rattray is right back on his rear wheel.
Well, this championship's coming down to it here. Trey Canard just still laying it down right now. And isn't it funny how the rider just catches fire? You know what I mean? Yeah. He hadn't even won in this class before, and he wins the first one, and all of a sudden the confidence just gets elevated. The belief in yourself and your program is there, and you just become an unstoppable force. And really only, you look at that second moto at Southwick where he had that crash with Dean Wilson, kind of lost his way. Really was the only real bad moto that he's had since.
Yeah, and that could have been enough points to cost him the championship, but after what happened to Pourcel today, he got a reprieve. But Jeff, you keep saying it's all about momentum, and when you come into the final round, even if you're down 7 points, but you have momentum on your side, sometimes things work out this way. And that's exactly the way it turned out.
Yeah, and I said earlier in an interview this week that I'd rather have momentum than points.
Okay.
And even though 7 points is quite a bit, I'd rather have the momentum. And let's watch this replay here. This is Wilson with the lead. And look at Trey Canard, fans cheering him on still. See Canard here on the outside, trying to slip back into the inside and follow Dean Wilson. But this is a really tricky section as they get through there.
Yeah, he lost a little bit of ground, and now Rattray, like you said, is right back on him. Canard, how slow you got to go. Those bumps are so big on the inside now. And he went too slow. Rattray got by him.
So that's for second place. You got to wonder if Trey Canard's at this point, you know, they have a huge lead now. Davilo's setting in fourth, or if he's really going to let it all hang out, try to get past these 2 pro circuit riders. It's my experience that at this point right now, he's really almost in like an out-of-body experience, and he just needs to finish this thing off on 2 wheels.
Well, all the scenarios I think he pictured coming into the day, Pourcel being out, I don't think that one ran through his mind. Stay with us. 12 rounds of Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross. We won the women's motocross class. Been a championship battle all year long between the number 1 of Ashley Filick and the number 2 of Jessica Patterson. And on a rough racetrack like this, Patterson, man, she was just unstoppable. Here she is going after the 1 of Filick late in the first lap. Nice move on the outside, grabs the lead, and Filick's going to try to fight back. A little bit too much too soon. Here's the number 1 going after the 2, but makes a mistake in this corner, goes down. That would hand a big lead to the number 2. Not only would Patterson win the moto, but the points she gained over Filick should be enough to allow her to lock up the championship. They will race a little bit later today, but Patterson is pumped because that should be career title number 6. And after Filick got the championship in 08 and 09. That is one heck of a comeback for Jessica Patterson. Also, congrats out to Vicky Golden in third today on her Moto Concepts Yamaha. But Star Racing DNA Shred Sticks Yamaha Patterson beating out the Honda Red Bull Racing rider Violet in our first Moto today. Back to our 250 action. Team Wilson pulling away, looking for a 1-1 today, Jeff.
He's got some heat, though, on him. Tyla Rattray just turned a 222, and Wilson was at a 223. So Rattray it looked like it's about half a second faster. And as we've seen all season long, all summer, late in the second moto, Tyla Rattray is one of those guys, kind of got that Mike LaRocco vibe to him that, you know, if he's not in front of you, he will be behind you fairly soon.
And here's Trey Canard in third, doing what he has to do. Now, what's crazy about Canard, he couldn't even complete this tour his first 2 years as a pro. 08 and 09, huge injuries, broken wrists, concussions, broken leg. And he told us at round 5 of the series, I'm just happy to make it to round 5 healthy. And lo and behold, after round 6, that's when he went to another level. A little bit further back, here's his rookie teammate, Eli Tomac, who won the overall at round 1 of Hangtown. And since then, he's kind of learned how difficult it is to race at this level every single week.
Well, and he's learned a lot this season, but he proved that he's fast. He was the fastest qualifier in both rounds of practice today. Bright future for him.
And Martin Davalos, it's been a season of dominance by the Kawasaki boys and the Honda guys, but Davalos in 5th, that's a team, Star Racing Yamaha. They've been the team that poked their nose in there every once in a while. That's what he's doing right now as he holds off Justin Barcia, another one of the Geico Power Sports Honda riders.
They put in that Moto win up at High Point. Has just really had one of those seasons that's been up and down. There's been a few times where he's hit the mat, including earlier today where he had a really bad crash through those rollers. And I was really fortunate that he was able to ride these motos here today. Let's take a look at this as we go back earlier today for qualifying practice.
It's a tough one. Take us through it, Jeff.
Watch this here. He skids down into this one and goes over the bars. Really fortunate that on the first hit, the bike didn't hit him. It bounced up just high enough to miss him. You see, like shoulder, arm possibly was sore, but as these riders do, they dust themselves off and get back on the motorcycle, but that one looked like it hurt.
That just gives you an idea of the force and the energy these guys are riding with. That was a 220-pound motorcycle, but flying like it was a BMX bike.
And look, he's back here, which I would have to say is the most difficult moto of the season because there's so many reasons. The track, the time of year, it's the final one. You know, you're trying to just stay healthy, but yet you're still battling. And also Darren Durham. Awesome ride here today for this rider who's really had to overcome some adversity.
Big crash in Moto 1. Comes back here in Moto 2 and puts the Honda Trail ride up in the 7th. Then Gareth Swanepoel, the South African, he's here in a guest ride with Star Racing Yamaha. He's up in the top 10 again. He is 8th, hoping to maybe secure a ride to race full-time in the U.S. next year. Then Will Hahn is in 9th. His brother Tommy, who races the 450 class, separated his shoulder last week at Steel City. Rode 1 lap of practice today. Couldn't go any further, didn't ride the motos. But then Tommy said, I just want you to know that 1 lap I did do was 4 seconds faster than my brother Will. Those guys are always ripping each other.
Yeah, but Will Hahn, him and his brother, great personalities, doing a lot of stuff off the track this year also.
Yeah, we'll trip back a lot of
good stuff.
Les Smith, another one of the Honda Troy guys, is inside the top 10. Good for the kid out of South Carolina. And Phil Nicoletti, who is on the factory KTM filling in for Tommy Searle, is 11th. Then you got Tommy Week, who's got a little break here for the weekend, getting hooked up with the Rockstar Suzuki guys. He's coming through. He missed the big double, though. That opens the door up for Tickle. And Tickle gets by. Then you see 200 of Seeley.
How about that ride that Seeley had the first moto? Was that unreal? He stayed right in there with the championship contenders, just didn't give up, really showed his physical fitness, desire, determination, and speed in Moto 2, but not quite the start he needed to complete today.
Pretty cool this week. A couple of the top riders stopped by Loma Linda Hospital in downtown San Diego, and it was pretty cool. They called it the Big Air Kids Fair. Also Sarah Price, our factory Kawasaki women's motocross rider, as well as Will Hahn and Cole Seeley. There they are, visiting some of the kids. Definitely brightening their spirits. What kids don't like? Dirt bike racers. So that's pretty good stuff there at Loma Linda. So thanks to all the riders that helped out at the Big Air Kids Fair. Did you see how deep those ruts are there, Jeff, as you watch Justin Barcia battle his way past Martin Davalos?
Well, you know, you and I, we walked the track earlier today, and I pointed out, I said, look, at the top of this hill and also going down the downhills, this section is going to be really difficult, especially by the final 250 moto. And sure enough, man, this track is treacherous at this moment.
Barcia has come from a long way back to get into the top 5. And he and Davalos had some heat earlier in the year in Supercross. But no harm, no foul. Barcia was able to get by pretty clean this time, at least by his standards.
Well, and his critics, you know, say that he's a little bit wild, well, a lot wild, and that he's inconsistent, which he has been. The one thing that they cannot dispute is this young man's ability to, you know, dig deep, and his desire to just keep pushing all the way to the checkered flag, where at this point, 5 minutes plus 2 laps left in the season. Right now, moved himself up to 5th place. Could easily just kind of back out of it and just cruise to the finish, but no way. That is not how Justin Barcia races.
Check it out, Jeff. This is the pass Barcia made on Davalos while we were at break.
The pass here on the outside as he accelerates past Davalos, has got the line choice here, and he set that up on the single beforehand. Just slides past the inside. Pretty good move.
That's the jump where Pourcel threw it all away, and that's deceptive how difficult that jump is.
Yeah, and we had talked about earlier today also about how I really believe that that little double up the hill, it was so difficult for everyone. Hard to say exactly what Pourcel did there. The end result is an injured shoulder, and he's out of the championship when he had the points lead. So just so, you know, disappointing for the French rider.
Now I get a battle for 7th. Durham trying to hold on with the veteran from South Africa right behind him, Swanepoel. And they're going to go through the S-turn to the lap rider in front of them. Let's see if Durham can hang on. And like you were saying, same thing with Barcia and Davalos. Pretty good here late in the series. These guys don't have anything to gain in the points, really. They're not going to get on the podium, but they're still fighting.
There it is. Oh, nope, that's a lap rider. The lap rider has gotten past.
All right, good call, Jeff.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, all right. Everything's exciting out here. Let's see if Swanepoel can pass someone on the same lap, which would be Durham as they head back uphill. This is supposed to be a triple jump, not on a 250.
Definitely not. That soft, silty soil just robs the horsepower out of these 250cc 4-stroke machines. And this right here does the same thing. Oh, we have a yellow flag. Not sure who that's for. It's like the rider is up.
Well, again, he must have hit that hole that you created with your helmet over there.
There is definitely one off the left side.
Oh, okay.
Well, they had to replace the banners after I went through earlier today. I got a chance to ride the track in between qualifying practice. Did a couple of laps. And, landed on my head.
There you go, Jeff. Passed.
Missed it.
Oh, I got it. Swanepoel is taking over 7th from Durham. Durham going to try to fight back. This is a fast section, followed by a slow left-hand corner.
And look how wide. The rider's using all of the track here late in the race at Pala Raceway, the inaugural AMA Motocross race here.
Well, not only did they build a first-rate track, but they brought in some really cool stuff off the track. The midway, kids having a lot of fun in between the races here. And this event's only going to get better and better once they get a few under their belt. That's a good time for the kids. We'll be right back as Dean Wilson tries to wrap this up.
Good news.
Drama. This kid ignored all that. He's going to go out and try to win this thing. Probably end up 4th in points, but it's all tabulated here at the end of the day. But that's not bad for a very first season for the kid who was, let's see, born in Scotland, raised in Canada, now lives in California. If you keep up with all that,
you can understand him after all those accents that he's been thrown in there. But this is one of those sports where it's all about action, not words. And the young man here, hailed, like you said, from Scotland, is on his way here. 2.5 laps. It won't be his 2nd win of the season. And just some really impressive, dominant races that he's had.
Check out his back wheel, Jeff. He's got some twine caught up in the rear axle.
Exactly. Look at how deep those ruts are as he goes up through that real silty section. Yeah, some twine. He's real fortunate that that's on the left side where the sprocket and the chain is. It was on the right side. That's where the rear brake rotor and the caliper and all that are. And if it possibly got into the brake rotor, that's when it sticks to the rotor.
This is how he got it. Look at that.
Yeah, see right here, just slow-mo, and some of that twine being flipped around the left side. And that would be all that Mitch Payton and Pro Circuit would need would be to have some sort of freak thing like that happen here today. So still, for Dean Wilson, spectacular rookie season. Strong rides, definitely encouraging for the future.
Well, Pourcel and Canard, who were the class of the field in 2010, are going to the 450 division next year. So a lot of riders positioning and posturing themselves for a title run next year. Wilson might be at the top of that list. Barcia, Tomac, Wharton. We think Tyla Rattray might be back in this division on this team. Not sure about that yet. And don't forget the champion from Europe, another Frenchman, Marvin Musquin, is going to move to the United States next year to ride the KTM factory bike. And he's definitely going to be a contender too. So the drama was great this season, and we expect it to be just as good in 2011.
Yeah, and as you see, 2 to go here for Wilson on his way to what could be his second win if he can complete this Moto win. You've got Rattray 1-2, Tomac won the opener. Canard came back, second half of the season, won 5 overalls out of 7. And Pourcel with 2 overall wins. Got 2 early, and then tried to hold on to his massive points lead that he had, at least over Trey Canard. And I really do believe that it's the lack of wins there is what attributed to that points lead just dwindling away. And just so frustrating for Christophe Pourcel here, Dean Wilson's teammate. Here comes the section. Once again, we can highlight it. This is the uphill double into this turn. As Pourcel was right there. Bike was down. He was down, holding his right shoulder. Championship, once again, slips away out of his grasp.
Yeah, and last year he had the points lead late in the year as well, and his bike broke at Southwick, the next to last round of the series, and that allowed Ryan Dungey to slip by him. So just so much heartbreak for the Frenchman Pourcel. But on the other hand, a good day also for his team, because they will at least get the overall win with Wilson. And a few more stats on Canard versus Pourcel. In laps led, almost identical, and in moto wins, almost identical, but it was that consistency in the motos that made a big difference in Canard having the points that allow him to win this one. Now, Trey Canard, we talk about what a family sport this is, but I'm going to tell you the story about this kid. Anyone at this level will tell you how integral their dad is to getting them to this level. That's your mechanic. That's the guy that gets you to the races when you're young. But this is a crazy story for Trey. When he was 12 years old, his dad was out on the tractor maintaining their practice track and had an accident on the tractor and passed tragically in that accident. And his mom, Carrie, and the rest of the family weren't sure if they were going to still be able to go racing, but they stuck to it. There was a kid a few years older who was in college named Brent Presnell. They said, hey, can you come and be our mechanic? His dad, Roy, isn't around anymore, and they didn't know if they'd be able to race. And here we are now, 7 years later, and the Canards have gotten to this level. They've been picked up by one of the top teams with Geico Honda. He's going to win the biggest championship in 250 racing, the national title in motocross. And when he won a Supercross title 2 years ago, he said this one was for his dad, Roy, and I'm sure when this one's over, he's going to be thinking about him too. This is an amazing way to honor the man who got him started in this sport.
Certainly is, and it hasn't been without some adversity. He burst onto the scene in professional racing by winning the East Coast Lights Supercross title in his rookie season. Beat Ryan Villapoto, so dramatically in the final round. Looked to carry that into the Summer Motocross Championship, and was injured. Yeah, came back again the next season in this championship, had another injury. Yep. And now finally, in his first complete season, nabs the championship. It's a tremendous amount of heart and desire that Trey Canard has.
Here's our leader, Wilson, headed to the checkered flag, and you saw the mechanic. That's still Brent Presnell. He's been with Canard since he was 12 years old and is still working with him, and now they're going to hit pay dirt and win this championship as a team. Mom is here. His brother is here, actually. He's one of the cameramen on our TV crew, so they're a great family that faced a lot of adversity, and it's amazing that they were to persevere to this level. And for a guy like Dean Wilson, he's got great parents behind him as well. You can't get to this level without a family backing you.
Well, that can you hit the nail on the head right there. It's a lot of times the parents are kind of back in the shadows and quietly supporting. Sometimes the parents right out front, but that parental support is just so important.
So 2 years in a row, this team, Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki, is going to have this championship slip through their grasp. Pourcel at a points lead last year when their bike broke at Southwick. They lose it this year when Pourcel crashes out and hurts his shoulder in the first moto today. Take a little bit of the sting out of it because they will get an overall win with Dean Wilson and also second place with Rattray. So for two of the riders, a great day, but it's bittersweet for sure if you're Monster Pro Circuit Kawasaki. Here it is, folks. Dean Wilson headed to the checkered flag at Pala.
Yeah, Mitch Payton was hoping for a win today. Needed it out of the 377, but it was the 108 of Dean Wilson that rose to the occasion at the opening race here at Pala Raceway.
What a phenomenal rookie campaign for Dino. Puts a lot of laps on this track during the week, but this has to feel better than any of those because it's the lap that clinched the overall victory. And your new 2010 250 class champion will be Trey Canard in third under tremendous pressure today. He rode his heart out in that first moto, was doing everything he could to earn it. Yes, Pourcel crashed and maybe gave it to him a little bit, but hey, that's the last race of the year. The other 11 rounds, he put himself in position. Trey Canard, your champ for 2010. And there's the Geico Power Sports Honda team. They have raced this class for 10 years, chasing Mitch Payton and the Pro Circuit Kawasaki squad. And finally now, they have reached the top of the mountain and won this championship. There's Mike LaRocco, the man that founded this team as a rider. They raced the big class in 1998. 2 years later, they began racing here in the 250 division. LaRocco now the team manager. To Rick Ziegfelter, the owner of this team, and Jeff Myshak and everyone involved. Congratulations to them, and of course, to Trey Canard.
Ladies and gentlemen, we salute your 2010 champion, number 38 on a Geico Power Sports Honda. He is Trey Canard.
And let's go back and show you how Trey Canard won this championship today. Championship drama to the first 11 rounds, but we took it to another level here at the finale with our Lucas Oil race recap. Well, we'll take you through moto number one. Great battles between the two guys going for the title. Canard passes Pourcel and crashes. So Pourcel is back in control of this championship chase until the bottom falls out completely. He crashes on a double jump, dislocates his shoulder. Pourcel is out for the day. And watch Canard, he's gonna ride by. He'll take a look over his shoulder and suddenly realizes Pourcel is out. He is going to win this championship. Meanwhile, Dean Wilson wins Moto 1, comes right back and wins Moto number 2. That's his second overall win of the year. So congratulations to the 108. Great ride today. Dean's going to be a force to be reckoned with for this championship next year. But Trey Canard is your champion for 2010. There's the results of the Moto. We'll send it back down to the podium. Championship celebration about to get underway. This one has got to feel good for Trey Canard.
And now let's go to the podium with Speed TV's Aaron Bates.
Trey Canard is considered an unstoppable force, and it was his never-give-up mentality that helped you be crowned this year's champion. And to present the honors of the #1 plate is AMA's Director of Motorsports Competition, Roy Jansen.
Well, Trey, your determination during the 250 season has been inspirational. And on behalf of Ally, the Alliance of Action Sports, and MX Sports, it's an honor to be here to present you with your #1 plate. Congratulations on a fantastic season.
Tears of joy for Trey Canard. Trey, it's taken you 3 years to get here, the final last lap of your 250 career. Where does this moment rank, and who do you dedicate this championship to?
Man, this is huge. I mean, I'm choked up right now. I just, man, at the beginning of the year, I really didn't think this was possible, and it's unfortunate that Christophe got hurt, but man, just this goes out to everyone. I mean, from my mom to my dad. I know he's watching, and I know he's proud, and love you, Pop. Most of all, the Lord Jesus Christ. You know, without him, I couldn't be anything. So, so thankful. The whole Geico Power Sports Honda team, Fox, Dunlop, Pro Circuit. Man, I'm blank right now, but just so thankful. You know, I couldn't be more happy for this moment, and gonna cherish it.
Congratulations on topping off your 250 career. Trey Canard, your 250 champion.
Unbelievable. There's Trey Canard. That's his mom putting the championship shirt on, and that's his brother Aaron down there. They've come a long way, Jeff.
Perseverance, overcoming, never giving up, and Roy mentioned the word inspirational. That's how it is for me. I can't believe it. Awesome.
And our Toyota moving forward schedule, Supercross will be racing in 2011, and Trey Canard will be a rookie on the 450. We'll cover it live on Speed at 10 p.m. Eastern on January 8th. Supercross is going to be awesome next year in motocross as well. What a phenomenal season we have had in 450 and 250 racing. We'll be back with more from Pala after this. Don't ever forget this day. It's going in the history books. On hand here at Pala Raceway. What a way to ring in this racetrack's first ever AMA Pro National event. And we're going to give you part 2 of our highlights from the season with our Geico Top 10 moments. Number 6 on the list, Dean Wilson. Watch this near fall. Somehow manages to keep it on 2 wheels, but Trey Canard was able to make the pass, pull away. That's 2 in a row now for Canard. His win streak and comeback in the series points was now well underway. And we had some battles with the Dean Wilson and Justin Barcia all year. This might have been the climax of it. Watch this. Barcia knocks Wilson down to take the lead at Unadilla. There's Wilson's mechanic, Paul Parabinos. Not happy about that. Check it out again from another angle. Bam! Seemed like Wilson was on the receiving end of way too many of those from Barcia throughout the year. Then we go to Southwick. Wilson and Canard get into it. Canard tries to make the pass on the inside. They tangle. They both go down. Canard lost a bunch of points there. He tried to come back and only finished 9th in the Moto. But he would get some good luck today to make up for that disappointing result at the time. Then Steel City. Unbelievable racing. Here's Canard getting around Wilson to take the lead and then holding off Christophe Pourcel under tremendous pressure to win both motos at our next to last round to set up this afternoon's incredible championship drama. So it all came to a head today at Pala. And who would have thought it would end like this? With Christophe Pourcel crashing out of 3rd place. He had it in hand because Canard had crashed earlier in the moto. The difference, Canard was unhurt, able to get up from his crash. Pourcel, unfortunately, was not. A heartbreaker for the Kawasaki man. And unbelievable adulation for Trey Canard. Let's check out the overall results from today at Pala. Dean Wilson, perfect score, 1-1. He wins. Rattray 2nd, Canard on the podium in 3rd. Tomac and Barcia round out the top 5. And here's your points. From 57 points down, Trey Canard wins, and Rattray overcomes Pourcel for 2nd. Let's send it back down to Aaron.
What a way to finish off the season for Dean Wilson, scoring his 2nd overall of the season. Dean, 4th overall in the standings. What are you taking away from your rookie season that you plan on applying next year?
Definitely to be more consistent. I mean, I've had a couple of real bad races, and but I learned a lot. Good starts, played a huge factor in championship. I got 2 whole shots, 2 wins, so it really helps, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Congratulations on such a successful season.
Fuel your passion for racing with Speed Mobile. Get the latest motorcycle racing news and results as soon as they become available, sent right to your phone. Text Moto to Speed 3 for Speed Motorcycle Racing text alerts. Whew. I got nothing left here, Jeff. This was an unbelievable season.
Certainly was. What, adversity and just overcoming and never giving up. That's the story, and Trey Canard is your new champion.
Well, congratulations not only to Canard, but for Pourcel, who dug deep all season long. A heartbreaker for him, and also to our race winner, Dean Wilson. Great season of motocross. Thanks for joining us. For Aaron Bates and Jeff Emig, I'm Jason Wygant. Congratulations to our champion, Trey Canard.